Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. It's me, Dave Juskow, and here with you every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. I just had a mess of a problem in every which way. Of course, we were supposed to be in the studio today with our guest, Dino Stamatopoulos, but he has been traveling, got a little sick, and he was like, "Is it okay if we reschedule?" And normally, of course, that makes me pretty mad, but it didn't today for some reason because I was home all day and I really didn't want to go out. And Dino's the best, and he's cool, and so here's what we're gonna do. Also, it worked out for Mike because Mike can open for Bobby Kelly tonight at the Comedy Cellar, so that's a big deal. So we're gonna go till 6:45 tonight. So it's a short show tonight. Next week, I'm not promoting the show or anything because it's Yom Kippur, my people at Kol Nidre. So really, I shouldn't be doing a show at 6 o'clock, but I'm going to because I want to make the picks and have a good time and just be consistent. So we'll do a show, but tell anybody next week. And the week after that, which I think would be October 11th, we'll have Molly Heckerling on for sure, virtually, just like this. Then the week after that, I think we'll be back in the studio with Alon, and we can finally do that root beer, birch beer taste test because everybody's waiting for that. And then the week after that, we'll have Dino on again, and we'll watch the Paul Lynn Halloween special together in the studio. So that's the thing. Anonymous, right? You can't make it next week because it's Yom Kippur. Right, and the Yankee game starts at 7. Listen, Anonymous, I've been watching all week long. I definitely want to see him hit that home run. It's weird that there's been such a drought. There's so much pressure on the guy for Aaron Judge. We're talking about but it's been fun to watch. It's now they're in Toronto. I mean, you kind of wanted him to do it at Yankee Stadium, so it's kind of a bummer any other way. Yeah, the Paul Lynn Halloween special, Marcy. So that's the plan. And happy Rosh Hashanah to everyone or anyone that cares. Happy Rosh Hashanah, Angela. Yeah, I went to my sister's yesterday, and we celebrated whatever the celebration is for Jewish people. Otherwise, it's nice to see everybody. Remember, the Comedy Cellar has shows every single night of the week. You can see Mike Suarez on certain occasions. Bobby Kelly tonight. Marina Franklin's going to be there tonight. Yamanika Saunders. Those are the people you could see if you were to come down to the Comedy Cellar tonight or any night. Also, the Comedy Cellar Vegas. I got to see last Tuesday after we finished up with Colin, which was so much fun, right? We're going to do that again. The next time we're going to mic his guitar for sure, and that'll be really fun. We definitely got to have him on at least once a month because that's just fun. He's so talented and fun. And after we went down, Mike and I went down for a drink, and Ray Romano came in, and we were talking to him for a while. It was super fun because it was so funny. He was like, Juskow and Mark Cohen in the same night. What's happening? Now, I'm doing it like Sammy Davis Jr., but that's technically the way he speaks. Yeah. Oh, Marcy, you're saying Colin was a great guest. Yeah, he really was. Hi, Cammie. Cammie lives in Tampa. She's not evacuating. But there's some real bad shit going on over there, So, yeah, the Hurricane Ian is going to be pretty exciting. Anonymous was at Ray Romano's Jersey Shore house. I got to figure out who this Anonymous is. None of it makes sense, anything she's saying. It's weird. But if that's true, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm really bummed about Dino in a little bit. Not bummed. I was really excited not to come out, but then I said, well, you could do it virtually, but he's really sick. So he just came back from Halifax, and he travels a lot, and he likes to have a good time. But again, we will we'll have him back, and it'll be great. I mean, we always have a good time together anyway, right? And we didn't get to do the picks last week or anything, which nobody cares about. I do. In fact, I had Nick Griffin pick as the guest because I didn't want to bother Colin. Oh, I'm sharing my screen, Mike. I just realized.
Well, it's not popping up yet.
What?
It hasn't popped up yet.
Oh, that's because I didn't press share my screen because I'm not concentrating. I'm still a mess from what happened. Now I ruined it, and now I lost it. All right. Well, all right. I can do this. Hold on. I'm going to share again. All right. Now I got it. All right. This is just from last week. We used Marcy as our all of her picks. She did okay, 7-9. Mike did 7-9. I did the worst at 6-10. Nick went 8-8. Mike and Nick picking the Dolphins over the Bills. Goddamn brilliant. We all picked Kansas City. I can't even believe the Colts did. Of course, Marcy picked the Bengals, the smart move over the Jets. You're always going to win with that. Just the surprise. I changed my pick on the Chargers to the Jaguars over the week. So I'm upset about that. I don't want to change it after I had already picked it because I wanted to be sincere. And I can't believe San Francisco lost. I really thought, but I was confident in the Cowboys winning last night. And I'm really bummed because I could have gone to the tailgate yesterday and the game, but they have the game on Rosh Hashanah, the Giants, and Lenny Marcus, our friend Lenny Marcus, was telling me the Maras were really pissed about that too, that they had the game on Rosh Hashanah, but that would have been the perfect game for me. As you know, I work on Sundays now, so Monday after work would have been absolutely perfect. They sent me pictures, the tailgating, the weather was perfect. It was a great day and a great game, especially if you're rooting against the Giants like I do. I don't root against the Giants per se. I just, it's always a Giants town. It's never going to be a Jets town. The Jets stink, and that's a problem. Anyway, agree with what part? How was everybody else's weekend? Was it good, Mike? What did you do this weekend?
I was in Dallas.
I was in Dallas.
I was performing at the Improv.
You were with Dan Soder?
Yeah.
And that was fun?
Yeah. And then when I got back on Sunday, I just was asleep.
You just did what?
I just fell asleep. I was up all night waiting for my flight was at 6 a.m.
Oh, shit. I can't believe you fly all around. Giants Cowboys, too. Really uncool to put that on Rosh Hashanah, even though, it's bad because that is the prime time tailgating wise that you want totally rid of them. Schedule a New York game. Well, I know you're probably kind of making fun, but it is. Only in New York do you care about that kind of holiday, but I guess it would be like scheduling something during Ramadan if you're scheduling something in Edison, New Jersey, which is where I grew up, but now 99% Indian, so it's pretty fucking rude. So I took off yesterday. Well, now I don't have to take off because I can work from home, so whatever. Anyway, nobody cares about that. We got to go, so let's just do the slides because I put them together and spend time, and then we'll make the picks, and that's what we'll do today.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I had that slide ready to go. Oh, I do. Wait, let me see if it's up. Do you see it?
You don't have the slide up yet. Hold on. Okay.
I do. You can see this slide?
I can't see the slide. It's a black screen.
Oh, okay. Then let me try again. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very confused. All right. Now I'm going to get it. Oh, I have to stop sharing. Let me try again. I don't know how any of this works. Look, 1 week off, and I don't know how things work anymore. All right. Now I'm sharing, and it should be good.
All right.
Yes?
Yes.
You see King Charles, right?
King Charles. That's right. King Charles.
Yes. King Charles. I took a bunch of stuff because I knew Dino was going to be the stuff I normally would put on because I was like, oh, he's not going to be interested in that. So it is kind of tailored to Dino a little bit. Not all of it, but anyway, I like this picture because it's his sister going like, you really are a genuine idiot, aren't you, Charles? Gotta love that picture. That's the way my sister always looks at me, which didn't make the holiday that fun. Especially if you want to hear what happened, you can listen to the Just Gal in the City podcast this week, and all will be explained. Boy, my sister's mean. And this, speaking of mean, this is Princess Charlotte. Boy, does she look like she's going to be a an evil troublemaker. It's so hot. Like, it was, like
what?
when she grows up to be pretty, and it'd be like, even back then, we knew she was going to be evil. What kind of face is that? Mumsy.
Very Spanish Inquisition look.
She probably just hates Meghan Markle like everybody else. That's David Beckham in line to see the Queen, which was very impressive. He just waited in this line, which is a great picture. The Tower Bridge. And he's waiting in that line. I think like everybody else.
Yeah. Those seagulls look like dragons.
Oh, Anonymous, you listen to the podcast. My rant against my sister will not be as good as my rant against Geppetto. That's where I went last week, Mike. I told you I saw the new Pinocchio movie. Did I tell you this last week?
No.
I saw the new Pinocchio movie with Tom Hanks, and I just went off on what a piece of shit Geppetto is. This guy, they need to call child services. He's got like a real boy, right? Let's just say, he's supposed to be a real boy. He's got this thing. He's a boy. I mean, the guy, the first day he's alive, he sends him off to school. He doesn't even walk him to school. He goes, good luck in school. First of all, why are you sending a puppet to school anyway? And I've always hated that about this. I'm not going to go rant on this again. I did it on my podcast this week. But it just makes me so angry why he's sending him off to school. You got to go to school. Thank you, Anonymous. I thought it was a pretty good one. You got to go to school. But he won't even walk the puppet to school. And then he's shocked when he doesn't come home on time. He's shocked when he doesn't come home on time. What? I don't understand. I mean, it's just, Mike, it's so annoying. And then what he does, what does he grab? He grabs his cat and his fish bowl and his fish in there to go look for him.
Yeah.
He's more into the fish than he is this live boy that's at his house. And I just felt child services should be called, let alone he's not a provider because he won't sell any of the cuckoo clocks he makes. It's really annoying. Cammie says puppets should be able to walk themselves to school. Let me tell you something, Cammie. You don't know anything about puppets or when they come to life or fairy godmothers, because then you would know that fairy godmother should have never chose Geppetto because he's obviously an idiot.
Well, no one else was carving boys that day. So.
What?
No one else was carving boys that week. So,
right? It's a little weird, right?
There was no one else to make into
now, if I had a live puppet here, I mean, that would be hilarious. But a fairy godmother would have to be a moron to let that happen to somebody like me. Even funnier would be a girl puppet that I become attracted to and fall in. All right. Anyway. So how much does this suck? Well, everybody's at the funeral. These guys are the official dog walkers. That's a really thankless job. It's up to you to take care of Muick and Sandy. That's the job. I haven't seen any women doing service. That's the only job they give the woman who seems to be in this position. Well, I think she could walk the dog. Did you guys hear about this? Adnan, whatever that guy's name was. Remember how many people heard the Serial podcast? Remember the first Serial podcast when it was a big hit a couple years ago?
Yes.
Mike, you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
So they finally released this guy from prison, and I thought it would have been a bigger story. I didn't know he got released. I thought he was. Nobody knows what's happening. It's kind of interesting. No, not only murders in the building. It's kind of like that in a way, but no, this was the first Serial podcast, which was so interesting because remember everybody was excited about the second one, and it wasn't as good, and it just didn't work. But yeah, he killed his girlfriend or was accused of killing. I mean, nobody. That's the problem. You have to leave it to your own. Is he? Because everything he said, and it's like, wow, I don't know. He sounds okay, and there's all this stuff. I just can't believe he got released. That is kind of interesting. I haven't heard anything about it. Like, why isn't it more newsworthy, or am I just missing it? Has anyone else heard about that? But Oh, did I send Lacey to school the first day? Yes. I just say, get there on your own. Don't worry about it. I mean, everybody walks their kid to school the first day. And then he's shocked that the other kids in the school kicked him out because he was a stupid puppet. Drives me nuts. Oh, and of course, this was driving me crazy this week because the president came to town. So that ruined my day in the city. There was so much noise and traffic. I got pictures. I didn't put up a bonus show this week. Hi, Aunt Judy. Happy New Year. I didn't put up a bonus show this week, but next week, show you the picture of the traffic. The bicyclists were on the sidewalk because there was gridlock. First of all, you're an idiot if you're driving when they. It's like being in a hurricane and they tell you it's going to be a hurricane and you don't prepare for it. It's like everybody knew there's going to be gridlock every year at this time. There's always gridlock because the UN's in session. Everybody tells you the president's coming to town. It's not one of those days where he comes to town, they didn't tell anybody, and you're still in your car. You're a moron. If you're an Uber driver or a taxi driver, take that day off. And this is what was happening. This was at the UN, right down the street from me. And how hot is the Olena Zelensky, President Zelensky's from Ukraine's wife? Why wouldn't she be? He was a comic who got married. You'd have to be an idiot to not marry somebody that pretty. But that girl behind her looks like she's going to kill her. She looks like, I want to say that villain from The Silence of the Lambs, but I'm not sure. But the guys on top I like because they have the earpieces in, and of course it reminded me of Live and Let Die with the Alfred Kodo with the earpiece. I remember what happened to the guys from the United Kingdom. They used that thing and they put some high voltage frequency in his ear, and then he died.
Nope.
Everybody just thought it was okay, and they just sat there waiting. It was the first bit of comedy we could expect for Roger Moore. I guess we should have known from there it was all going to be downhill, even though I love every minute of it. Yeah, Cammie, yeah, she probably is a model, or she was. She really is pretty. But then again, like I said, you're the president of something. You don't marry somebody like that, it would be disrespectful. And this is in Chicago. There's a corn maze, and they made a big James Bond maze to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Bond. And they were really cool because they left out George Lazenby, as they should. I appreciate that. I think.
Oh, wow.
I think that's Connery, Roger Moore, and Timothy Dalton, Daniel Craig, and Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. Good riddance, I say. But that's great. You know what they do a different theme every year. You know what they did last year? The Beatles.
Ah.
Ain't that cool? Maybe it wasn't last year. It was 50 years. Or maybe it was 50, right? 2020. Well, I don't know. 50 years or something. Whatever. Pretty cool. But it's funny because it would be really fun. Obviously, you can't see it when you're in the maze, but when you're in the maze, then it's terrifying, like in Harry Potter 4. Aunt Judy, where did you go last night? You went to Sharon's. Sharon! This is a dentist in China explaining dental care to children in China. And the reason you do this is because you don't want to end up with in China. See, the British teeth. That's from The Simpsons. The Big Book of British Smiles. They even have King Charles down there, and that's why it's important to take care of your teeth. It says Lazenby was just fired from a music tour for some sexist comments. Well, that makes sense. Oh, you went to Emily and Mark. They're the brothers, the brother and wife of my cousin David, who owns the New Jersey Devils. Very nice. Very nice family altogether. And of course, it's the beginning of Oktoberfest, everybody. And look how happy that, it almost makes me like Germans. When I see this picture, this is in Munich, and look how happy they are to have that beer. And you don't see a lot of girls get excited about beer. So I love this photo. I might put it up on my wall.
It's all foam.
The what? Well, yeah, I know, but they were probably doing it fast. I mean, it's the gesture and the, it's more than the symbol of the fact that it's the start of Oktoberfest, Mikey. And this, of course, was a giant 61-foot rubber duck outside the auto show in Detroit, which, of course, leads us to he's coming right at us. You just drink all this beer, and then you see a giant duck, and then you say, he's coming right at us. Move on. Trying to get through everything before we have to wrap up. So this is a protest, an Iranian. They're protesting outside the Iranian consulate about that woman that was died, an Iranian person, because they treat women like shit in Iran. So they're protesting in Istanbul. Of course, it's Istanbul, in front of the Iranian consulate. Yeah, because they ain't going to do this in Iran. You're protesting, but you think the girl looks like Sarah Silverman? But she cut off her hair as a protest, and it's cool when you actually see her do it. But again, go to Iran and do that. This is easy. The Islamic Republic must be destroyed. Agreed. No. They're in Turkey, Liz. They are not in Iran. They are in Turkey. This is in Turkey. Well, cutting the hair symbolizes that women aren't allowed to. They're not allowed to show their hair. There's a big landfill in Indonesia. Big garbage landfill, and I didn't know these things. I guess I knew they existed, but my favorite is in Family Guy when they go to Garbage Island, and let alone when they play Thunder Island, that song. That's when I discovered that song. You've been to Garbage Island, Anonymous? And the best is they meet all these people who live on Garbage Island. And then they've been there for so long, he has to explain the Kardashian family tree to them. I love that. I think that's the funniest thing. I know, but they are protesting in Iran. Yeah, well, you'd have to be crazy to protest in Iran. You just got to leave. Shouldn't be living there. I mean, if you can leave, get out. And I mean, a baby chimpanzees in a wildlife park. It's a little glass. Of course, this is Harry Potter. That glass would disappear and he would come out and be saved and say, thank you. But I think he's wearing for some reason, it looks like he's wearing a 76ers jersey. I don't know where they got him in Beijing, unless it's who was that Asian guy that played for the Knicks for a while? Mike, who was it?
I knew Lee? It. You asked me.
Lee. I can't think. They're making a documentary on him. Ling. Because it was called Lin.
Oh, no, Jeremy.
Lin. Jeremy Lin. Because it's called Linsanity. Yeah, 76ers. Aunt Judy's favorite nephew named David's basketball team. Yeah. 76ers. That's what it looks like. I don't know why he'd be wearing that. Just like, we'll throw on anything. That's like, you expect to see a lot of kids wearing the Patriots going 19-0 because they always send all those shirts they don't use to those third world countries. In fact, I saw Catalina wearing one the other day. Whoa! Hey now. Just kidding. We found out it's the second world country. She's not with us today. She's seeing a movie at her college. But unfortunately, I had this picture for her. This is Chilean dogs, and they're all being recruited to work in the Air Force for real, or the police force.
They're going to fly planes.
Why they're being carried in a bag, I'm not sure. And why they're all the same kind of dogs, I'm not sure. Not Mao Ling. That's not his name.
You was thinking of Yao Ming.
Yao Ming. No, that's not it.
Yao Ming was the Rockets player.
Oh, right.
Jeremy
Lin. I'm sure that was his name.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin was the one you were thinking of.
Right. So now it's this season. It's called Panache. And in Britain, they release all these pigs, which I never heard about this. They release all these pigs to eat acorns so the horses and cows don't eat them because they're poisonous to them, but nobody gives a shit about the pigs. So they're releasing them for ecological reasons. It's just weird to have a bunch of pigs walking around your house, let alone, of course, if you've seen Hannibal and what they do to Mason Verger. And this, of course, this hilarious picture of the kingfisher bird totally disregarding the no fishing sign. I love this photo. That bird saying, "Go fuck yourself." It is a beautiful bird. he's baiting them. He's just sitting there going like, "Go screw yourself. No fishing my ass." I mean, that's maybe the greatest photo ever taken. I don't know why that's not completely a wildlife documentary on its own. The kingfisher bird is the most disrespectful of all birds. Yeah, he's a rule breaker. It's like my photo at the beach. I know. I just thought of that. I should have had that up. Exactly, Anonymous. And of course, we love to show Fashion Week. This is in Madrid. Again, I don't know where you're wearing this out. I don't understand Fashion Week. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. All right. Why don't we just make some picks? Why not, right?
Sure.
Should we do it? Unless there's something anybody else wants to talk about, but we can talk about while we're making the picks. Let's do it. I am now sharing my screen, Michael. All right, let's do them quick. We got to get Mike out so he can do his performing. You were to synagogue. That's classic, Anonymous. That's so funny. Okay. This is the Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. That's in 2 days. Marcy's Bengals. Marcy, I'm only picking the Dolphins for the points. Okay, I'm picking the Dolphins for the points. Mike, I assume you're picking the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just know you like the Dolphins. I had Dino up here.
Done me right.
What?
They've done me well.
That they have. Miami 2017. Nice, Anonymous. I'm going to pick that one because of just for that reason. And I'm sorry, Marcy. I know we usually pick the Bengals for you, but that Miami 2017, you have to respect that she said that. I'll get Nick to make the picks for next week. Minnesota, St. Louis, New Orleans. I'm going to take New Orleans plus the points. I don't know why. Mike, what do you think?
Oof, they both stink.
Yeah.
Vikings.
You can take the Vikings. That's probably the best move, but they don't seem to play well away from home, although they didn't play well yesterday either. Cammy's saying New Orleans. I like it. Now we got the Browns against the Falcons. Totally taking the Falcons. Took them last week against Seattle. I like they play well against bad teams. So Marcus Mariota, I think. I like it. Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to go Falcons.
You're going to go Falcons at home. Cammy says the Browns. Marcy says the Falcons. Will go with Marcy this time since we did not pick her beloved Bengals. But again, Marcy, we're saying the Dolphins will keep it close. We have no problems if the Bengals win. And but let's face it, Marcy, they beat up on the Jets. Okay, I feel like there could be a letdown from beating the Bills, Mike. With the Dolphins, but we'll see. And here's the other. Okay, so this is a really tough one. Baltimore's great. Shit. You should probably take those points, but I feel like the Bills are going to be angry, and they're going to take it out on. I'm going to take the Bills. Yeah, I don't love it, Mike.
I'm going to go with the Bills as well.
So Cammy's picking the Ravens. Marcy's picking the Ravens. Okay, good. I like the juxtaposition. The Cowboys against the Washington Commanders. The Commanders suck. I don't love 3.5 points, but I'm taking it. Mike?
Cowboys. Sorry,
did you just put I'll take shit?
Yeah.
What wow. How high are you right now? Washington. Cammy's saying Washington. I like that Cammy's like right on it. I love it.
Yeah, Marcy's saying
Washington too. Okay. Lions, Seahawks. I'm taking the Lions. They are due for a blowout to somebody. They're so close every time they score a bunch of points, and I will never bet on that fucking idiot who's the quarterback for I can't think of his name for the Seahawks. He stinks. Mike?
Lions.
And Cammy's saying the Seahawks. All right. What's that guy's name? Is it Geno Smith? He stinks.
Marcy's
saying
Lions.
But Cammy said Seahawks first. I'm taking the Texans at the points here. I love the Chargers, but what's his face is really injured. And you saw what Jacksonville did to them last night. Anonymous says, Lions because we have a listener who lives in Detroit and loves the Lions, but I didn't see the rest. Mike, what do you think?
Texans.
Texans keep everything close. They've been playing very well, so you got to take those points. Cammy says Chargers. How about Judge tonight? Oh, well, that's later. They don't start at 6, do they? They start at 7, right?
I don't know.
Cammy says Chargers. Oh, wait, just
I think they can't be starting yet because Anonymous wouldn't be here.
Right. Okay, I don't see anybody else, so I will take the Chargers for Cammy. The Colts and the Titans. Well, sure, the Colts beat the Bills, so I say they're screwed this week. I'm taking the Titans. I say they're coming off like, wow, we did this, and they mess up this week. Mike?
I'm going to go with Titans.
For real?
Yeah. I have no idea what's happening with these.
And Judy says Colts. Marcy says Titans. Cammy says Titans. I'm going to take the both. I get 2 Titans over 1 Colts, so I will take the Titans for the room. The Giants and the Chicago, I got no problem picking the Bears plus points. Giants stink. They really stink. I know they're 2-0, but they beat up on bad teams. Mike?
They lost last week.
Who?
The Giants, didn't they?
They lost last night.
Yeah. So
right, but I'm saying the 2 wins they have are over bad teams.
Oh, yeah.
And they beat the Panthers and the Browns. I think.
Yeah. I'm going to go with them anyway, though.
You're going to go with the Giants?
Yeah. So
is the chat room. All right. Because Anonymous is giving us all the Billy Joel in a New York state of mind. Oh, that's why I was listening back when I was singing My Life and you can't hear the guitar. It's really embarrassing. If I sound like I'm doing an a cappella version. Okay. I don't know, Michael, if I told you Gary Goldman's taking me to see Billy Joel in a few days.
That's awesome.
At the Garden. Very excited. Oh, thank you, Anonymous. I know, but you couldn't hear the guitar, though. It was kind of a bummer. All right, Eagles, Jaguars.
Eagles for me.
I'm going to take the Jaguars and the points. You're taking the Eagles, Mike?
Yeah.
And I see everybody's taking the Eagle, or Cammy at least taking the Eagles over here. Oh, you didn't notice about the guitar, Anonymous? Well, maybe I'm just being... the Eagles for Catalina's tattoo. Anonymous is bringing it tonight. I like her. She's doing the right things today. Thank you, Marcy. Oh, God, the Jets and the... All right, I'm taking the Jets, but nobody else has to. Mike?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Man. What do you guys think? The Jets or Pittsburgh? Should I just pick Pittsburgh for the chat room? Because I don't want anybody else to suffer. I'll let it go for a second. We have the Panthers again. Oh, my God. Panthers against the Cardinals. All horrible. No, the Panthers is... Oh, no, that's the guy from the Browns, right? The Marcus Mariota's on the... he's the... who is he? He's the Falcons guy, right?
Yeah. Okay. They're picking Jets, by the way.
What?
They're picking Jets.
They are? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you chose it. I'm taking the Panthers here. The Cardinals are just done. What do you mean, Aunt Judy? You used to like the Jets. Cardinals for Chet, Bestie, Angela. I'll go with that logic. What do you think, Mike?
I can never tell those 2 teams. Cardinals.
It's tough. Yeah. They always have that thing where you play on the East Coast and there's time difference. Boy, this is I think the quarterback for the Patriots is injured. Whatever his name is. So I hate taking all these points against Belichick, but I'm going to take Green Bay. Mike?
I have a hard time with the points, but yeah, I think I agree with you. Green Bay.
And Cammy is taking Green Bay. So is Marcy, straight out of Wisconsin. Raiders and Broncos. Oh my God, the Raiders are 0-3. They're in every game. The Broncos kind of stink. I gotta take the Raiders, and they gotta win one. Just like the Broncos won 11-10 on Sunday. It was ridiculous. Mike, what do you think?
Whichever team I don't pick is going to screw me, so I'm going to go with Raiders.
And I see Broncos all aboard. Cammy and Aunt Judy. Okay. Oh my God, this is a really tough one. Kansas City against Buccaneers. I'm going to take Kansas City. I think they're mad about last week. Tom Brady's not playing as great as he usually does. I'm sure he'll figure it out. Should be a great game, but I'm taking Kansas City for sure.
Is it a possibility that game might not happen?
Well, it's on Sunday. I think the storm will be over by then. The storm's coming tomorrow, right? Cammy?
Right. Yeah, they would. Cammy would know more than I would. I was hearing from Mike Calta about it. But
well, she says, wait, if Kansas it's here, it's canceled. But why would it be canceled on Sunday? It's Sunday night, too. Yeah. I think
that
it's
would
probably
be why it might have power issues.
Game time decision. But Mike, what are you going to take if they play it?
I'm going to go with Chiefs. They're not having to scramble anywhere, so.
Right. And finally, I'm taking San Francisco minus the points. I love Garoppolo. He let me down last week, but the Rams. Ooh, they beat the Cardinals. I mean, I think they have enough to win, but I don't know. I'm going to take San Francisco. Mike.
Same, San Francisco.
And what about you guys? Last one. Give me something so we can get Mike out of here. 49ers, Marcy. All righty then. There's our picks for next week. So, yeah, I guess that's our show for today already. I know we're over. We got to end on time for Mikey, plus the Yankee game. See if Aaron Judge does it today. Is it bad if he does it in Toronto? Is it the same effect? I don't know. But you got to admit, those fans are very polite. Fiona was devastating here in Canada. They have hurricanes in Canada?
Yep. There's a video of
a house being washed away. Quarterback. That's funny. Anonymous is on fire today. On fire. As is Cammy and everybody else here. Yeah. Elizabeth says, Breakman, your uncle wants dinner. I want dinner too. I'm very excited that I'm home. So that's our show for this week. Happy New Year, everybody. Next week, as you know, the secret show, Don't Tell My Mother. We will be here at our normal time, 6:00, just me. No guests again. That wasn't supposed to happen this week, but it's okay. I'm not going to ask anybody to come on Cole Nidre, so we'll just do 6 to 7 real quick, do just what we did today. Slides, picks real quick. And again, the week after that, we'll still be virtual, but we'll have Molly Heckling on. And boy, is she terrific. So Anonymous can't make it next week. Totally understand. I feel bad about even doing the show on that day, but I am just going to be at home. So by myself. I suppose if I had a family, maybe it would be different, but I don't. But I hope you guys all, have a good holiday or whatever you're doing this weekend with your family. And Mike, I hope you have a great show tonight.
Thank you.
Tell Mr. Kelly I said hello. Right. Obviously, if you got animal pictures or anything you want to show us for next week or the week after, please email Mike so we can show them.
Yeah. Or if Anonymous wants to finally message me.
Right. That too. So, all right. Yeah. Sorry we're ending early today, but we'll be back next week and do it all over again. So thanks everybody in the chat room for joining us today. And I will definitely see you next week, which will be Rocktober on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody.